Here we're going to see how to graph equations using a table of values. So we're going to start off with our first example, which is y equals 5x minus 4. So that's the rule, y equals 5x minus 4. And so we have to create a table of values. So we have to go across, down, we'll use an x and a y. Now we can have whatever numbers we want in the x along here in the x, but the ones I often use are -1, 0, 1, 2. They usually work quite well. So we have to substitute in those different x values and see what we get. So the first thing we're going to do is, instead of the x here, we're going to replace it with -1. So let's do that. So it becomes y equals 5 times -1 minus 4. So 5 times -1 is -5 minus 4. That's -9. So we need to put -9 in there. So we get rid of this. Now we're doing the next one. So the next one we're going to do is when x is equal to 0. So let's go here. Y equals 5 times 0 minus 4. Now 0 minus 4, 5 zeros are 0 minus 4 is -4. So instead of 0, we're going to, when x is 0, y is -4. So we just get rid of that. Okay, just lost my, fix that up. Okay, next thing we're going to do now is when x is 1. That's what we have to put in there. X is 1. So we go y equals 5 times 1 minus 4. So 5 ones are 5, minus 4 is 1. So underneath here, when x is 1, y is 1. The last thing we're going to try now is when x is 2. We have to put the x is 2 into there. So let's do that. We get y is equal to 5 times 2 minus 4. 5 2s are 10 minus 4. 10 minus 4 is 6. So the last answer there is 6. So now we have to plot these points over there. Now this table of values has made all these points. So you don't have to write it out like this, but it's -1 minus 9. That's the first point. 0 minus 4 is the second point. 1, 1 is the third point. And 2, 6 is the fourth point. That's what it means when it's in a table like that. So over here, we've got some axes. We need some something on our scale. We can't just leave it with no numbers. We don't have to put a number on every single notch, but it does help to put a few on there. 3, 4, 5. So I do want to go up as high as y equals 6. So that's my y-axis. That's my x-axis. And you can see I can put some numbers on there, so I can now plot these points. Okay, so over here, I need to plot the point. First point I need to plot is -1 minus 9. Now, -1 minus 9. Now, really, that goes way beyond what I've got here on my picture. I don't have to plot it, okay? I don't need it. I can just see that it goes too far beyond my axis. Next one is 0 minus 4. So I go to x equals 0, and then down to y equals -4, which is down here. So that point is there. Put a blob. Okay, and then the next one I'm looking at here is 1, 1. So I have to go across to 1, and then up 1, and I put a dot there. The last one to do is here at 2, 6. So I need to go across to 2. So across there to 2, and then up to 6, and that's where I'll be putting my dot. So I've got these 3 dots here that you can see. I'll put in the green highlight, you can see it now. And I need to join them up, those 3 dots, to make a straight line. You use a ruler, and hopefully we can make this look nice and I'm doing mine with a green highlighter. I didn't mean to do it with a green highlighter, but anyway, there we go. There is my line drawn. Just put some arrows on there. And now I've graphed that straight line and it's gone through those 3 points. Okay, let's graph another one. Let's do question B. We're going to do y equals minus 2x plus 3. Now, just like we did before, we need a table of values. So very carefully, we're drawing a straight line. A ruler works best here, so I'll go like that. And then straight down. Okay, so here we have x on top, y down below. Now, as I said before, you can have whatever you want across the x values, but I usually use -1, 0, 1, 2. They work well. So we're going to change all those x values and substitute it in and see what we get. So first thing we're going to do is put x equals -1 into here. So that means y is equal to the rule is -2x plus 3. That means -2 times x plus 3. That's the rule. And now the first one we're doing, we're putting in x is -1. So it's -2 times -1 plus 3. So what is -2 times -1? It's 2. Okay, that's 2. And then, yeah, so you get 2 plus 3, which equals 5. So that means up here, when x is -1, we've got to get the answer 5 there. Okay, so let's have a look at the next one. So that was when we did x equals -1. Now, what about when x equals 0? We've got to put x equals 0 into that equation. So y equals -2 times 0 plus 3. So -2 times 0 is 0. So the answer is 0 plus 3, which is just 3. That means up here, when x is 0, y is 3. Okay, next one we're doing is x equals 1. So we have to put the 1 in that spot. So down here, y equals -2 times 1 plus 3. -2 times 1 is -2 plus 3. So -2 plus 3 is 1. So what we get here is the answer to here when x is 1, y is also 1. Okay, leave that in there. So the last one we're going to do is when x equals 2. And put the x equals 2 into this equation. So remember, the equation is y plus -2x plus 3. So what happens here when x equals 2? Oh. X equals 2, we want to stick in here. When x equals 2, we get y is equal to -2 times 2 plus 3. -2 times 2 is -4 plus 3. And -4 plus 3 is -1. So when x equals 2, y is -1. We'll get rid of that. Okay. Now we've got to plot these points. Now remember, these points are 4 coordinates. They are -1, 5, 0, 3, 1, 1, and 2, -1. So over here I've got an x and a y axis. I need to put some points on it. I need to show that's 1, that's 2, that's 3. Okay, and remember, I'm using my grid lines. I don't just pretend that the grid lines aren't there. I'm using my grid lines. Makes it easier to plot it all out. So the first one I've got is -1, 5. So I need to go up as high as 5, 3, 4. Need that 5 up there. So -1, 5. It means I go across to x equals -1 and up as high as 5. And so I need to put a dot there. Okay, next, I've done that one. Next one is 0, 3. So I've got to go start here at 0 and then here I am at 0, and then I've got to go up as high as 3, which is there. So although it's not numbered 3, I know that it's 3 because it's following the pattern. Next one is 1, 1. So I've got to go across 1, up 1. So across 1, up 1, that's the point. And the last one is 2. I'll go across 2 and then down to -1. And again, the -1's not written there, but I can follow my pattern. So 2, -1, there it is. And once I've got those lines, those dots, I can get those. I'm going to use a different color. I'll do it in purple. I can get those dots and I join them up, and with a ruler, I extend it a bit longer than what it actually is there, and I draw my straight line, and there is my straight line that matches.